Hello, hello. Welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Matt.
On this episode, we're talking about Teeling and their single grain Irish whiskey. Don't you forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Matt, you want to tell me a little bit more about this particular Teeling product?
I do. So this is the Teeling Single Grain Irish Whiskey, distilled by Cooley, but made by Teeling, produced by Teeling, whatever you want to call it. Their own stuff's not out for this particular product yet, but anyway, it's really cool. It's 46%. It is a mash bill of 95% corn, 5% malted barley, all made in a column still, which is then triple distilled, fully matured for 5 years in French oak ex-California Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. It's non-chill filtered, no coloring. It was this particular one that we're doing is bottled in 10 of 2017. It was first released in 2013. It won Best Grain Whiskey in the World in 2014 from the World Whiskey Awards. It also won Best Irish Single Grain in 2017. So some cool awards here. We love Teeling. This particular one we're reviewing is actually one left over from an event here. When Teeling was here back when they brought us the 24-year Teeling, which was our first one, which has the history of Teeling on it. You can go back and enjoy, which is an amazing bottle. Speaking of Teeling, I went to an event with Teeling to an Irish snug. So if you're around in the McKinney, Texas area for the next month at the Celt, you can go over there and the snug is still in place. The whole place, they turn the entire downstairs into all Teeling. And it's got all Teeling cocktails, all the Teeling whiskeys. It's really cool. We went to try the Chickapin Oak, which was really, really good. I think when we get a chance to get that bottle, it'll be very exciting. Got a cool bag and some Irish mugs and stuff. So cool stuff. But yeah, go check out the Celt. Check out that place. It's a really cool place to visit. So anyway, let's see what we think of this single grain whiskey, which single grain in Ireland can mean that it has other grains in it, as it could be wheat, could add other, even rice, whatever, generally, but this one's all corn and barley, and that's it, which is uncommon for a single grain. And don't forget, single grain means one distillery, multiple grains, as far as the definition of single grain is. All right, let's see.
Well, the corn is not what's dominant on this. I'm getting those fruity wine casks, aren't you? The corn is in there, the dustiness is there, but man, the fruits.
Because you'd think this would be made more for like a bourbon drinker to get into Irish. I mean, it's corn, which would be Irish people, getting bourbon drinkers into this, which is, I find a lot of bourbon do like this one a lot for that reason. But yeah, it does have the corn, but really, it's more like a cranberry. It's my first, which I know is from the wine cask, with some caramel and butter. It does have a slightly metallic note, but not like in a bad way, but it is a slightly metallic note. Vanilla, a little ethanol, unleavened bread.
Yeah, I would call it an ethanol note. It's just like a kind of high-pitched, gets you up in the top of the nasal cavity.
A little bit of brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to really search, but the dusty corn's there, but it's definitely not the first thing you pick up by any means. A little bit of hay.
Mm-hmm.
That's really...
Oh, so fruity. And sweet.
What fruit?
Honey. And honeysuckle.
I'm almost getting like a grape now. It's interesting.
Yeah, a white grape.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting considering that cab is a red, but not really picking up the cab that much. But it's providing the fruity notes on there.
I thought you said it's Sauternes as well.
Yeah, a little bit of like maybe strawberry. Yeah, their Sauternes finish ones. Oh my gosh, that 24 years finishing that. Oh, special stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pears. It's so fruity on the palate as well. It doesn't drink at 46. This drinks lower than that.
It really does. I would say more like 43
or 42. Like it's skirting near the edge there where I'm just kind of barely feeling it. And I can't believe it's actually 46.
Which makes it dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, I think it does have more corn on the palate, though, with the caramel and vanillas. I think it has more of a bourbon palate than the nose does, with that brown sugar, like cornbread and cranberry, butterscotch, and now it's got some cinnamon, allspice. This is this very drying tannic oak, which I know is from the cab. That finish is very drying.
Yeah. Very tannic, very oaky. Almost kind of like draws the moisture out of your face.
It really does. But I like it. I think it's a unique, different product. Especially for most single grains I've had, especially when Scotch at 5 years old, they're horrible. This is really good. And I think the reason is that wine finish is nice because you try a 5-year Scotch single grain, oh, it's trash. It's just awful. But this is good. I like this product. This is good stuff.
Some of them at 20 years are kind of trash.
Well, that's a valid point too. But yeah, they found some magical formula with these wine finishes. I'm interested to see what other unique things they come up with to finish the single grain in. But yeah, this is a really good core line product for them, though.
So I have a kind of a technical question that I don't even know if you're going to know the answer to. But how do you triple distill something through a column still?
Oh, so the answer how you do that is each plate is considered a distillation run.
No,
so,
it's not. That's just a plate in the damn still.
I'm telling you, that's how they do it.
So it's just a 3-plate column? How small is this kind of thing?
Well, it doesn't have to be that. You could have multiple plates. Just you have to have the plate in. You could have 10 plates in there, but only 3 are actually in place when you run it. So like when you do a vodka that's 10 times distilled, each plate is considered a distillation run. So you have all 10 plates that say are in the column at that point. That's how you get a 10 times distilled vodka. So with this, it's 3 plates were in there when they actually did the run.
But I'm just saying, like, that's got to be I don't know. I'll do some research. We'll see.
I'm telling you, that's how it works. I asked the distiller about it. That's how I know the answer.
Okay.
That's how it works. That's how they get that's how you like a 15 times distilled. It's because each plate is considered a distillation run. I know it's crazy. That's the technical answer on it.
All right. Well, all right. The technicalities.
I know. You're like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You thought what I thought when I heard it too. I'm like, are you serious? That's the answer? Really? They're like, yeah, that's how it works.
All right.
Okay, whatever.
For more fun facts like this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click that notification bell. We're also live every Monday night, deep diving into these just these types of wonderful topics. Until next time, keep on crusading for better whiskey in your glass. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, not the answer I think you were expecting. But it's the unfortunate true answer.
That's silly.
Oh, it's ridiculous.